What's going on social media? Chilling. This morning, I want to talk about something. Yeah, it's very important actually. Stability. All right, stability. And I mean mental stability. You know, me and my girlfriend, I watch a lot of her shows because a lot of times when I come home, she has stuff on the TV. Either we just have background music for the cat, or we have murder mysteries on. You know, today we sat and we watched murder mysteries for a little while. Is it true crime that I'm thinking about? And, you know, a lot of these stories that I was watching with her have a common theme. Whereas, like, a lot of the men in the relationships don't have mental stability. And a lot of the themes centered around, let's see, I can think of one dude in particular, right? This man was on fentanyl. Am I saying the right fentanyl? So this dude, he running back and forth. This motherfucker so tweaked out, he done bugged his whole entire house, right? He got cameras in every room in the house. He looking after the girl. He looking after her son. He on camera talking about he want to kill this motherfucker because he thinks she cheating and all this other shit. And then he end up, shooting her in the chest, one with a rubber bullet and then next with a real bullet. I mean, that was the story that really, like, stuck out to me the most. That and, like, the guy that, like, set his house on fire, killed his baby mama, you know what I mean, and her 2 kids. Listen, man, I've been mad at my girlfriend at times, but never to the point where I want to take her life. Like, you gotta really not give a fuck about yourself to take someone else's life, to put yourself in a position to go into jail. Like, it's one thing to play defense when a motherfucker come to your house and start some bullshit. It's another to kill a woman behind her acting the way she want to act. And I think it's an interesting topic to talk about. Like, okay, as a man, right, your mental stability can make the difference in the entire relationship. Like, the fact that these dudes either A, were probably mentally unstable, or B, on drugs to the point where they were not in their right mind, made all the difference in a relationship. Like, here's the thing, right? Like, one of them, I think, was an alcoholic story. It's one thing if the woman is a drunk. Like, you can kind of like restrain a drunk woman, like, a little bit. Even when I watch like baddies and shit, them girls be fighting and doing all this extra shit. The security just they just move their ass out the way because you're a woman. No matter how mad you are, you're still a woman. Motherfucker, just pick your ass up and move you. When you are unstable as a man, that's a whole nother type of problem. And I'll go on a limb to say women are not prone to violence the same way men are. like okay, women get mad at each other. They'll say little slick shit, do little slick shit to each other, whatever the case may be. But I don't think the first thing a woman's gonna go to is a fist fight. It's not the first thing. Girls fight, but not nearly as violent as men get. Like, these niggas burnt the house down. These niggas was shooting their wives, like, killing their kids. If you in the house with a man and his stability ain't right, like, you are a court case waiting to happen, right? It's one of the reasons, personally, why I don't like to get too drunk. Like, I'll drink, but 9 times out of 10 when I drink, if I get too drunk and we both drunk and some shit pop off, I'm drunk with you. So I can't resolve the problem at the best of my ability because I am now drunk with you. And that may seem like a boring existence to not get fucked up, but sometimes shit pop off and shit happens and you gotta be the one to respond to the situation and the issue, right? Second, I'm no good to nobody if I'm mentally unstable, right? If a man is a man, woman, and child is in the house, right? If a man is mentally unstable, there's not a whole lot a woman can really do about it. You are literally a walking red flag. Hey, you'll kill everybody in that motherfucker, and ain't nothing nobody can do to stop it. And the other thing is, like, when shit pop off, right? Let's say, again, you are a man who's mentally unstable. As a woman, the police are at least 10 to 15 to 20 minutes away. Now, I don't know about, most chicks, but 20 minutes is a long time in a fight. 5 minutes is a long time in a swim. Like, you ever had to, like, hold yourself in a plank before for, like, 2 or 3 minutes? That's a long 2 or 3 minutes. What I'm saying is, don't put yourself in a position to be dealing with a motherfucker who ain't right up here, who's jealous, who's angry, who's controlling, who doesn't want you to go out, don't want you to wear certain shit. Listen, I say this all the time, right? You cannot control no woman. I don't care how much you love a motherfucker, what you do for a motherfucker, what you buy, how many bills you pay. If a motherfucker want to fuck some shit up as a woman, a motherfucker will fuck some shit up. And the best position you can be in as a man is to simply not give a fuck. Because not giving a fuck, right, as a dude, it relinquishes you of all... Basically, you're unaffected by a lot of stuff that a woman may or may not do to you. Like, again, this ain't me shitting on women, but y'all gonna do what the fuck y'all want to do. A woman could have a whole 6-bedroom house, all her bills and expenses paid for, and a motherfucker will go fuck the homeless motherfucker down the street. That's just how some bitches is wired, all right? And I always tell most niggas not to put too much stock in the actions of a chick. Like, because if you are not a mentally stable man, a woman will take you the fuck under. Like, and here's the thing, right? You can't put too much emotion on shit that women do. Reason being, because let's say you get mad, right? This motherfucker done been out all night doing shit, been drunk, fighting, and just on bullshit, and you care too much about what this girl is doing, and you not of sound mind. Because here's the thing, right? At any given moment, I don't give a fuck how good your relationship is. It only take a bottle of liquor to fuck it up. Like, a motherfucker go out, get too many drinks, have too much fun, start dancing on dudes and everything, and this, that, the third, get too drunk, fuck a nigga. It's only a couple shots. Like, your relationship stability and what your relationship may or may not be based on can be ruined in a couple shots of alcohol. That should tell you something, right? Meaning, a motherfucker gonna do what the fuck they want to do whenever the fuck they want to do it. So it's best for you not to put too much stock in their actions, just for your own sanity. Like, you gotta think, right? I wish I knew it when I was younger. Like, because, okay, you gotta understand something. As men, we are human. Like, I know a lot of y'all don't like to believe that. Like, the way women look at men, they treat niggas like, oh, y'all niggas, y'all supposed to know better, do better, be better, right? But men are human just the same way women are, right? Which means you need to know your triggers. One of mine personally is verbal disrespect. Verbal disrespect, or just disrespect in general. It sends me over the edge. I can't stand it, right? I'm one of them kind of people, when I feel disrespected, I gotta take space from you, right? Because I look, okay, my brain can't differentiate the difference between woman disrespect and male disrespect. Meaning, like, if you're a woman and you disrespect me, I don't know how to separate that shit from, like, a man. Meaning, like, I get mad at the same way I do with a dude. And it's something I gotta personally work on. But I'm one of them kind of people, once I feel disrespected, I gotta, like, go to another side of the town or something. Like, because I've been lit a bomb up in the house. Like, not literally, but metaphorically speaking. Like, it'll have you mad enough to want to do something toward a motherfucker. And as a man, I feel like it's your job to be emotionally responsible. Meaning, like, no matter how mad you are, if you want to do some bullshit to this girl, you can't just fly off the handle and punch this chick in the face because she decided to, like, go out with her skirt up her ass. Like, I'm for real. Like, women do shit to men that, you know, that in a sense where they feel like men should not respond to it. And as a man, you can't for the most part. It's kind of an unfair, you know, it's kind of an unfair situation in life, but that's the position we're put in for the most part. So just understand, like, if I'm not giving a fuck, I'm doing it for your own good. Because if I give too much of a fuck, well, let me rephrase it. As a man, if you give too much of a fuck, like you gotta give a fuck about certain shit. But if you give too much of a fuck, because the way women are set up, y'all do shit based on how you feel. Which means you disregard everything else outside of the shit you're thinking in the moment. That's a good way to get hurt if you with the wrong nigga. So what I'm saying is, and what I'm pretty much getting at, man, is women, for the most part, y'all gotta date a dude that has some sort of mental stability up here, who's right in the brain, who makes sound decisions. And women on the other hand, or men on the other hand, right? You can't be with a bitch that just keeps constantly setting off triggers. Like, you've been had both of your hands on this motherfucker neck. Like, and trust me, I understand the temptation is very great. Like, when a motherfucker just start being an ass. Like, you just want to cut off oxygen. But you can't do it. And all that sounds messed up, but you really can't do it, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck if a bitch call you a bitch ass nigga. You gotta like the best thing you can do as a man for the most part. When a lot of these situations come up is you can just walk away from a motherfucker. You have to just no, I'm not dealing with you until you get your respect. Because if it's not gonna be you can't verbally, you can't physically fight a woman the same way you fight a dude. Like, you can't like put hands on this bitch every time she do some dumb shit. So. But, you know, it was something that me and my girlfriend was watching. I thought it was a very interesting show. The niggas on that bitch was really flipping out. And, you know, it was something I wanted to talk about. So, but it's Thursday. I ain't even got up good, and I'm already ready to get off work. Y'all do what y'all do. I'll do what I do. I'll see y'all later. Jesus.